To have you on another interesting topic, an episode of Talk Point on Lagos Television, reaching you from our studios here in Lagos, Nigeria. My name is Omololu Rosanwo. Today on Talk Point, our focus is on promoting integrity in governance in Nigeria. Of course, that will snowball into some activities of governance, that will snowball into the anti-corruption activities or at the national and the state level. Those are the things we'll be looking at this afternoon. I have with me in the studio two gentlemen that will be talking to us on this issue of governance in Nigeria. I have to my immediate right, I have Ibrahim Akinshola. He's of the Human Rights Development Advancement and Advocacy Center. You're welcome. Yes, I also have Ibrahim. What is your own definition of integrity in governance from your own perspective?
From my own perspective, integrity is about, let's start from when the politicians, when they have their manifestos, they come to us, tell us they'll do this, they'll do that. But at the end of the day, they end up not doing that. That is not integrity. Integrity is when you tell us you do this, and when you actually get the power, you actually do that. And we are certified that, yes, when next you come for something else, and we know that, yes, you kept to your word. Keeping to your word is a big factor.
Okay.
That I can call integrity.
Okay, in a nutshell, you're saying now that your word should be your bond. Exactly. Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay, yes. If your word is to remain your bond, you must, when you say you want to do one or two things, you must have looked at the factors responsible for you to be able to do those things.
Yes.
Now, I recall that I saw a clip from you some time ago,
yes.
Although we cannot use it now because of some of the things I noticed in it. But those things, what were the things that the Nigerians that you spoke with through HURIDAC were actually talking about when it comes to corruption, anti-corruption, and ensuring that there's integrity in governance?
Yes. While speaking to the masses, and we found out that most of the people, they've lost hope or faith in the Nigerian political system. One of the people we interviewed went as far as saying that he prefers the military regime. That's to tell you how people do not believe in the Nigerian political system.
But you know that in a democratic governance, there is no way you can have that. It's not possible. We cannot go back to military. The governance system all over the world is democracy. So it now depends on the kind of democracy you now practice. It is the government of the people, for the people, and by the people. So going back to the old days is not, it's a no-no for us, and it's a no-no for me, because we're practicing democracy. Now, moving forward, what are other things that they also saw?
Well, other things they also saw was what I mentioned not quite long. When they come to give manifesto, they tell them to do this, to do that, and they don't do it. And people are aggrieved. They are annoyed, because we come to us, you tell us you know this, we need our vote, we vote for you based on the promises you've given to us. But at the end of the day, nothing comes out of it. Nothing, practically nothing. And people are really, really aggrieved.
Okay, I'm sure that there will be ways that we can switch them from being aggrieved, and that's probably when the politicians and those elected into governance or selected, because at some place some will be selected, do the right thing. I'm sure we're on the same page on that.
Exactly.
Okay, good. Let me go to Nelson. Sometime in April this year, the Lagos State House of Assembly put up a law that has to do with anti-corruption, the Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Bill, which was subsequently signed into law after looking at it by Mr. Governor, that's Governor Babajide Sanwo-Olu. Now, what does that law seek to? Law is already signed by Mr. Governor. What would you want the commission to start off and kick off as fast as possible? I mean, the Lagos State Public Complaints and Anti-Corruption Commission.
Yeah, while I was discussing with a relative around, and their complaint was that, okay, now we have so many things that are going wrong, but then where do we report it to? And even when we do report, the actions, how fast will they be taken? So I want the Anti-Corruption Law Commission, I want them to take quick actions when cases are being reported. Quick actions. It's not about having logs and piles of cases, but taking action and taking it fast. If you punish somebody, punish one person, punish two, punish three, then the third person or fourth person who might want to indulge in such act will have to sit back. But then when we have a commission, we just know we have them and they are not functioning and they are not swift in taking action, then people will still continue.
Okay, Nelson, are you aware that the commission is the first of its kind across the Federation?